Hey guys, this is Justin Parker here. Today I'm going to show you a really neat, convenient way to put on your topwater or your jig or any kind of of I guess bait, like besides just a regular hook. So what we're going to do here is you're going to first of all I'm going to have a pole. This is right here, this is a micro bite, or what is it? Okay. Micro light, and micro light glass. Really cheap pole, not too good. Little tiny reel on here, not sponsored anything. But if you guys do see this micro light and you want to sponsor me, go ahead. It's just undercast. You just press that and it goes down and all that good stuff. So. There it is. Yeah. Alright. So today this video is going to be how to tie on your jigs or your topwater baits. So right here, this is a topwater mouse. As you can see, there it goes. It's got a swivel and almost a safety pin thing on here. So look here, what you got to do here is what you'll do is you tie on your swivel. What I used was an improved hitch knot, and then there's a swivel, and then it's hooked onto the safety pin looking thing. Now what the safety pin lets you do is you get up here, you turn it around, there's a little notch, so you push the safety pin, or whatever it's called, up, and then it'll open up, so then you can take your bait off. So now, like say, if I wanted to put on a crankbait. This is just a grasshopper crankbait, and it's a yellow grasshopper crankbait. So say I want to put this on, and all I do is I take this right here. See the little circle right there? I'll just hook the circle onto this safety pin looking thing. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. And it'll look something like that. Now what you do is what I like to do with mine, I can just clamp it down with the paddle sometimes, or the crank part, but use your thumb and it's on just like that. So that is how to rig up your jigs, crankbaits, and topwater, mouses or hula poppers or whatever you guys use. So I'll see you guys out there on the ponds. So now that you have your safety pin looking thing on here, what you'll do is, this is a video for murky ponds. See, we have murky ponds down here where we live down the south, and that's what we mainly fish. So my first suggestion would be to fish dark baits. Now, not necessarily dark topwaters. You can fish any kind of dark baits. This is just a dark topwater with the topwater spoon on the front. You can fish this dark grasshopper right here. If I can get it unhooked. This dark grasshopper. This catches tons of bass. Tons. And then, if that's not working, I would go to a more natural color, like a yellow for a grasshopper or a green grasshopper. And if you're a fly fisherman, then I would suggest getting some spiders, some black and white spiders. And then what else I have here? Hula popper. For murky water, this is not very good. Don't go out, if you only have one pond that's all murky, like all the time, don't go out and buy one of these hula poppers, okay? They're not gonna be roaming around like just biting anything they see. That's only for clear water. See, what it does to fish is murky water makes the fish a little more uncomfortable. So they want to stay tight in that cover. Like, say there's a tree and it's really low, like down here at our pond. It's really low and it shades. They're all up in there and just around the bend of it. So, and then, like, a fallen down tree that's in the water, that's another good source of protection or shelter. But if you only have one pond, don't go out and buy any of these hula poppers because they're just not going to bite these topwater baits. This I highly recommend. I don't know what the brand on it is, but it is it's a jig. In the front on the head there is a weight. You can't see it. And then I want you guys to see this. Can you see the reflectiveness that's what gets the fish's attention. See, I would fish this really tight to cover and just pop it along the bottom. And it's got the hook at the top. I like the hook because it kind of gets a good snag. But like I said, with this, I'm not going to fish with that today. Today, I'm going to be using my new swivel that I just tied on. Go check out the last video if you didn't see that one. And for now, I'm just going to be using this top water mouse. If I can get it stuck out of here. There. Oh, so close. So close. Live. Okay, there we go. So it's a top water mouse. You don't see a lot of these. They might not make them anymore. My dad just had this one laying around. I'm like, hey, can I fish with that? He's like, sure, that thing is a bass catching dude. And then, so another thing, don't use spoons or spinner baits. I highly suggest not using any type of spoon or spinner baits because those are made specifically for clear water or creeks or something like that. So, like this spinner bait right here with the little minnow thing looking. See, you would tie it right here, and then this thing would spin just like a blade. It's got a tail on it and a treble hook. So what you would do, you tie it right there and just... Don't use this in a murky pond, okay? The reason why is because the spinner, see that black back clear part right there? That is made for clear water. That's made for clear water for the fish to see. When you start reeling it, it's going to shake, and it's going to turn back and forth and reflect that sunlight. They can't see that in murky water, okay? So do not use any type of spoons. And just like with this right here, if I can get the darn treble hook out of the four-wheeler cage right here. Golly. This is great. Don't do your fishing reviews near a four-wheeler. Friendly advice tip. Not to go against four-wheeler lovers out there. But look at this. It's kind of rusty on this side. But it is, I don't even know what brand it is. I don't even know. I don't even want to try. Thomas. This is Thomas, okay. And it's a 1/6 ounce. So this is like a aluminum spoon coated in gold, it looks like. Maybe that's just the rust. And a treble hook on the bottom. Don't use this. The fish aren't going to bite this because it's already a dark color and they're not going to see it flashing, okay? So do not go out to a pond and tie on a spoon, okay? And another thing, for crankbaits, this is a, like, tournament. A lot of guys in bass fishing tournaments will use these, but they're, like, that long. So what they'll do, it's a crankbait. It's got a round lip on it. You'll just tie it on, it'll sink down and shake. And right here, it's not connected because it makes a rattling sound. And it's got 2 treble hooks just in case they get that tail bite. I recommend this for semi-clear water purposes, like clear ponds or anything like that. And then over here on the side, I want to show you guys. This is classified to everybody, okay? This is not really supposed to be shown, but this is how to catch bass or crappie, anything really. Murky ponds, go buy some black and red small crawfish in Texas rig them to where when they hit the bottom, here's the top, they'll hit the bottom like this, and then in their fighting stance, because their claws will be out towards them, and you pop it. They'll hit the bottom. These are great for clear ponds or dark ponds. I recommend them for clear ponds because they're dark, and the fish can see darker stuff better in murky ponds. And another thing, when you're Texas rigging, use bullet weights. Okay, I'll give you a close-up of this one. It's got a little hole right here at the tip, and right over here, it's got a hole at the tip and then a hole at the bottom. It's just like, it looks like a .223 bullet almost, but it's a sinker. So what you'll do is you'll tie your regular hook on, and you'll hook it through right here, and then kind of leave, and then pull it out and hook it back through, and leave a little bit sticking out, and you'll have this on. So what this will look like, I don't have a stick or anything, but it's gonna be a bullet weight on top or on the end of this crawfish. That makes it look a little more realistic, and oh, I'm sorry guys, allergies, man. And these offset hooks right here, focus on that, cameraman. These offset hooks are great for Texas rigging. I really do recommend them for any kind of Texas rigging. That's the UPS man. But so right here is UPS. It's fine though. But see right here, these are Roadrunners. I do recommend these two, but not as much as like a Texas rig for black and blue worm or something like that. I just recommend these because they're cheap, somewhat cheap actually. Some are actually really expensive, like these. These are like $3 a pack, just like that. And then for murky water, your line. Okay, this is super dirty because I didn't even think about it. But look here, this line is clear. It doesn't matter if you use a braid or not. So, and that's how you fish murky ponds.